Oh boy, so happy to see me. I like being greeted so nicely. Yes. Yes, and we already did one little quick lesson. They were jumping up on the fence, and I told them to get down or get off or whatever I told them. And I'm trying to be consistent, but I am the one being trained, mostly. Yes, yes. And they actually didn't lay on the hay much. All right, so I have a few things to do, and then I'm going to feed them. All right, so Spike and Luna have their own bowls now, and they're big enough for big dogs. And I still have to read a little bit more carefully how much to feed them, but much better. So they did bark at night, and that was good. I actually like the sound of their bark. So today I'm going to start teaching them some basic commands, and we're not going to spend all day on it. It's just going to be a little bit, and then we'll give them hopefully lots of positive rewards, and I'm hoping that I can get them out individually to teach them a little bit of how to walk on a leash, so that I can get them in and out of an area and to the car and out of the car without them pulling me over. That's really really important for my own safety and probably theirs as well. And they need a little more water, so I'm going to do that now. Boom. Even though I'm so excited about training the dogs, I still have to do my chores. I still have to take care of all the other mouths that I have to feed here, and the ducks are usually the first thing I do during the day. Let's see if she laid an egg. Yes, and I think she just did it. Yeah, it's still warm. Ha. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Miss Hen Duck. All right, time to wash the egg, and then I'm gonna play with the dogs a little and teach them some basic stuff. So I just did a tiny little bit of training with some treats. I've ordered some clickers, but Spike is already sitting. He, I think, has already been taught to sit, but he sat and he laid down, and Luna hasn't figured that out yet. And so their attention started to waver, and I told them to go play. So they're playing. But see, this is the kind of play it's okay between them. She's 1 year old, he's 2 years old, but that can never ever be tolerated with sheep. So they are big and they're fierce, and their play is rough. It's really rough. But they haven't done that with me. Oh. And so they're at least getting some of their play stuff out. And again, my main concern is the other farm dogs. I have to figure out how to socialize them in a way so the other farm dogs are not in danger. But you can see my neighbor has dogs, and these guys are right on it. And they did bark several times at night. So that's them doing their job. So I'm not going to yell at them for barking, right? That's their job. And hope, when the place where they will be at, they're not close to other houses. So that's a good thing. But I probably need to make a big sign so anybody who thinks they're going to walk their dog near my sheep have to be warned. So that's the deal. So I just did a little training with them for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. I got Luna finally to sit and gave her a treat. Spike sits very well. I'm getting them to come, and I'm teaching them go play, which means they're released. Go play. right? They did bark at my neighbor's dog. There was a car up there, so they're doing what they're supposed to do. But now I'm pretty much out of wood in the house. I gotta cut some wood. I gotta haul some wood. I gotta get the fires going, and then I've got to go take care of the sheep and the other animals and figure out how I'm going to integrate my dogs with Corey's dog and with Tigger the farm dog, so that those dogs don't get hurt by my dogs. That's a huge thing. And I got to figure out how I'm going to integrate my dogs with the sheep in a gradual, very careful way. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be working on today. And at the same time, I'm going to try to document this and to let you know, if you are a viewer, I'm not an expert in this. I have experience with dogs. I've done a lot of reading. I've talked to a lot of people, and I'm trying to integrate these animals into all the other animals. And every different species has its things that it does, things that it won't do, ways to communicate. And to me, that's one of the most exciting things of this, is that it's fuel for all the other things that I do. And a song that I wrote years ago called "It Must Be Great to Be a Dog" is starting to run through my head. So I may have to record that somehow, some way in my free time this week. Whew. The dogs just barked a couple of times and I looked up and there was a bald eagle that just flew by. So they're already on the job protecting my ducks, which are okay, but you know, bald eagles at this time of year are hungry. So that's exciting. Boom! Are they making you sleep on the couch? Is that what they're doing, those girls? They won't let you in the house? Is that it? Oh, you mean girls. What a couple of meanies. Oh, they know who's the boss. All right, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, bud. Huh? What, do you guys break up already? Like, what's going on? Or maybe, I think Rubbatummy might be coming into heat. But she's not ready yet. She is not ready yet. It is almost impossible to film them against the white snow. Hey. Not where I'm standing. Who wants apples? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get you right in the snoot. Sorry, buddy. There you go. I'm trying to toss the apple to you. Hey, Rubs. That's not Rubs. Oh, I'm trying to hold the camera and I'm not doing a good job here. I'm trying to see what I'm doing. So, distraction with animals. Instead of yelling at them, give them something better, right? I'm not going to yell at the pigs. They're just being pigs. All right, so I unrolled the bale for the cows. These are some young ones we got here. What I like about the belted Galloways is that they're bigger, but they're not huge, right? You can kind of see them here in comparison. These are young Dexters, so that's not a fair comparison. But if I come around here, you can see there's a full-grown one standing next to my Bella, number 13. Not a huge animal. So the question is, we don't know yet what the hanging weights are of the steers that Corey's going to harvest on Monday. But at this point, it looks like 1.5 of, he's doing 3, I think. And I know my dad and I are going to get a half. A friend of mine is going to get a quarter. Another friend's going to get a half. So if you want grass-fed, grass-finished beef done the way I would do it, Corey's doing it exactly the way I would do it. In fact, my cows are with Corey's cows. Hit me up. Go to healingpastures.org, use the contact form, and let me know if you're interested. If you're in the St. Lawrence County area, or if you're in the Albany area, we can get it to you somehow. All right. So that's the deal. Hey, number 3, what are you doing? I just am not into cows with horns. I don't know. They seem sharp and dangerous. Oh, good. Now you're going to pee on the food. Good Lord. No manners, these cows. But that's what they do. That's why you got to roll out another bale, because after a day, it's now just a place for them to bed down. But you don't need to build a barn. Like, they can lay on the hay. So anyway, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to make sure I make content every single day. Ha!